How far a man can go for power. How deep the human soul can fall. When the taste of a crown becomes more important than blood, loyalty, or even the life of his own father. This is not a legend. This is not a myth. This is a true story buried beneath centuries of dust. A story soaked in betrayal, ambition, and murder. This is the story of Prince Salim, the man history remembers as Emperor Jahangir. But the world never saw the darkness behind his throne, or the bodies he climbed over to reach it. The Mughal Empire stood at the peak of glory. Palaces glittered like stars, armies thundered across continents, and the great ruler Emperor Akbar was loved like a father by millions. Akbar had 3 sons, Murad, Danyal, and Salim. 3 princes, but only 1 throne. From the day Salim could speak, his heart burned with a hunger for power so fierce that it swallowed everything human inside him. Akbar would always say, "A throne is earned by character, not by blood." But those words carved poison into Salim's heart. Time passed, the empire expanded, and Salim's fear grew, fear that Murad or Danyal might rise above him, fear that the crown could slip away. And then came the night that changed the fate of an empire. Murad was celebrating. Music echoing through marble halls, golden wine flowing like waterfalls, laughter filling the air. No one knew that death was already in the room. A silent hand slipped poison into Murad's cup, a poison that burned through veins like liquid fire. Murad raised the glass, smiling, and swallowed the darkness. Seconds later, his vision blurred. His body shook. Wine spilled from his hands. His screams ripped through the palace walls. "Help me! I'm dying! Somebody help!" But everyone watched in frozen terror as he fell to the floor, convulsing, gasping, clawing at the air, until his body became still. His eyes stayed open, staring at nothing, as if his soul left in disbelief that his killer was his own brother. Silence drowned the palace that night, a silence heavier than death itself. But the story did not end there. Weeks later, another night, another feast, another victim. Prince Danyal was weak, broken by addiction, a perfect target. His wine was poisoned slowly, drop by drop, night after night, until his body rotted from the inside. He screamed in agony, writhing on the cold stone floor as servants watched helplessly. And then he too fell silent. 2 brothers dead, 1 path left open. Salim wanted the throne, and now nothing stood in his way. Akbar was shattered. The empire whispered of murder, but no one dared speak aloud. And when Akbar declared, "The crown will go to Prince Khusrau," Salim exploded. He screamed, "The empire is mine. No one will stop me, not even my father." He raised an army. War drums roared across the empire. Swords clashed. Blood flooded the palace stairs. The sky trembled with cannon fire. Father and son stood as enemies, and the empire burned between them. Salim stormed the palace, broke the gates, and stood before Akbar, who was shackled in chains, trembling, not from fear, but from heartbreak. Akbar whispered, "I built an empire, but I raised a monster." Salim turned away and ordered his soldiers, "Lock him away." The great Emperor Akbar, the father of an empire, died months later in captivity with a broken heart. And Salim sat on the throne, calling himself Emperor Jahangir. But fate has a cruel sense of justice. His own son Khusrau rose against him. History repeated itself, and Jahangir ordered, "Blind him. Let him live in darkness, as I have lived all my life." Khusrau's screams echoed across the palace, echoes that still shiver through time, while Jahangir watched without a tear. The crown was his, the kingdom was his, but the man inside him was already dead. He became king, but he never found peace. He conquered a world and lost his soul.